as you all get about a block away from the bar, you can hear some commotion in the street. There's a whole bunch of yelling, a little bit of screaming.
That be the Poop Patrol guys?
No, the Poop Patrol guys have went their way. You're riding in the buggy on your way back.
If we hear that, maybe we should go check it out.
And Harry, by now you're back at the bar. You know, Ananuska is relaying to you what went on with the health inspector, and you know how he was excited about us opening, and he had talked about the guy down at Friends Brew being a real dick. And yeah, you all are on schedule to pass the final health inspection. No fine. He couldn't find any evidence, any recent evidence that, you know, you all were rat infested.
Okay.
And story. Found my map. And being in the bar, you would hear the commotion as well. Something's taking place out on the street. People are yelling and running.
Oh, I want to go see what's going on.
Yeah, if we're getting closer, I'm assuming me, Orm, and all will.
Do I hear that going on?
Yes. Both you and Harry would hear it.
Okay. I'll go check it.
Okay.
And let me hide Bry and put the rest of you all on the map. And let's see, Ananuska and Harry would be down here. And that would be Damon, Orem, and Avara. And new map coming at ya. And Anna, you and Harry are down at the bottom of the map, and you can see the people on the street are running to get out of the way. And from a side alley, you can see two city watch chasing this carrion crawler through the streets.
Is that Anna and Harry that sees them?
You all see them.
Okay.
Yeah, because the Poop Patrol people were, you know, really just a block over. You got out of the carriage, ran down that side alley there to the west, and you can see the carrion crawler, and he's headed toward you away from Anna and Harry.
I'm gonna yell.
And do you think it's going to eat one of them?
Yeah, it looks hungry, and you know the city guards are definitely chasing it and wanting to kill it.
I yelled down. I said, "You guys need some help with that? We don't want to get in trouble with city guards if we start trying to kill them."
And you hear one of the guards yell, "We need all we can get."
Okay. I'd launch a chromatic orb at it.
Alright, and yeah, let's make the initiative rolls. Got everyone. And they have initiative. And Harry, you're up first.
I would not have my short bow with me because that's cumbersome to carry through the city. So, yeah. Harry, which way that thing's moving up the map?
Yes, it's moving up.
All right. Aren't these things?
I have the opposite thought. Everybody in Waterdeep pretty much goes on.
Harry will come up and observe, and he will use his ready action to follow behind Sergeant Number 16. Or I'm sorry, he will use his ready action. He will follow Sergeant 16, stand 5 feet behind him.
Yeah, not a problem.
No swords are drawn or anything yet. I'm just staying, I'll stay.
Okay. And Damon.
Oh no, I got a reply from the guard. Start doing.
Yeah, they will take any help they can get.
So I'll start casting a spell, doing an incantation. You see a diamond in my hand, small diamond in my hand, start to go multicolors, and I unleash a chromatic. And of course, I roll a fucking 4.
I was really hoping since Bri wasn't here, your luck might change tonight.
Me too.
And Orem, you're up.
Yeah. So I think I'm just going to dash. So 30 there. And so 60. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. And it is, yeah, it would be running from the guards. And it sees you approach. So it's gonna lumber forward. And just as a refresher, there's what you see on the city streets.
Ugly.
Delicious.
And it comes forward a few feet, and it's gonna try and hit you, Orem, with its tentacles. And one of them does hit. And you take some little bit of damage, and let's see. You did make your saving throw, so you are not poisoned.
Hooray.
And 16's going to move up, which would move Harry up. And he's gonna swing a club at the crawler.
Ah, good hit.
And does some damage. Sergeant number 2 is gonna come over and swing with the club. And that one was not a good hit. Avara.
Move forward first. And then I'll toll the dead on it. And it has been hit, correct?
Yeah, the X means it failed.
Alright, Anna.
It's a nice roll.
Yep. I am going to cast Chromatic Orb. How close do I have to be to do?
80 feet. Well, actually, it's 90 feet for Chromatic Orb.
All right. Well, I might as well get a little closer anyway for my next challenge. Okay, now since I haven't done this one before, and I don't see exactly how to do it, let me...
You hit the cast button.
Okay, right beside Chromatic Orb, hit the magnifying glass, Anna. Do you see where it opened? On your Actions tab.
I think I'll try lightning.
Okay, just click your cast button there. And you did hit, so now click your lightning damage. And good hit.
Cool, thanks.
And no pry. Harry, you are up, sir.
Everybody's attacking. All right, Harry will draw his weapons and slip in for the attack. Do we flank or no?
Yes, you would get flanking.
So Harry draws one sword, and he will attack. He will with his bonus action mark Hunter's Mark.
Alrighty.
And no roll the swing.
Okay, first I'm going to move down a bit. There, and I'll try the chromatic orb again. My hand spinning, colored lights dancing in my hand, and here we go. Thank you.
Ooh.
And seeing that Anna did lightning, I might as well do.
Ouch, he definitely felt that.
I go and I just say, Jesus, thank God for the bloodline.
Alright, nothing fancy. Hey, look at that.
Shit.
Club them down.
That sucked for me.
You got one attack.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah.
It's hard to expect 2 critical hits in a row.
I agree with that. So, the carrion crawler just, you know, it falls over dead, and, you know, there's a cheer from the few spectators that remain, and, you know, the, one of the city guards, you know, that was Orem, walks over and shakes your hand, Orem, and thanks you for your assistance. And he goes, "Hey, didn't you used to be a member of us?"
Yeah, I was. Some good years.
Yeah, absolutely. Really glad you were around and could help us out. You know, this thing just slithered up out of the sewer, and we gave chase, and just being the two of us, you know, that's a pretty damn big creature.
Yeah, well, I guess you can take the man out of the job, but not the job out of the man, so.
Absolutely.
Harry looks over at Orem. Gets a quizzical.
I'll give him like a little thumbs up behind my back.
And yeah, well, you know, I'll make sure that the City Watch Commander knows about your all's involvement. We do appreciate your great service to Waterdeep today.
Anytime.
Yeah, combat was really fucking quick. And where is my parcel?
Well, at least it wasn't where my paladin would hit something for like 150 on you.
And, you know, I'm betting they're counting that, so...
Is there any weird markings on making it look like it was driven up to the surface, or just something escaped from underneath?
Just something that escaped underneath. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just give you credit for that.
Our friend in jail ran it out of the sewers while he was cleaning.
Half expected him to be on riding it.
Probably.
That would have been fun.
Yes, it would have. And party sheet.
I was just looking for someone named Paul Atreides when I seen it.
Okay, have some experience points. Welcome to 3rd level.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, Fantasy
Yeah,
Grounds
fantasy.
gave you the encounter gave you credit for the 2 city watch guys, so without them you wouldn't have made 3rd level. So if you all would like to you make it back to the bar, you know, everyone's clapping you, word is quickly spreading everywhere that, you know, you helped save that neighborhood from the carrion crawler. And
It's 2,700 for level 4, guys. If anyone needs to record it. Woohoo, I get meta magic!
ooh,
I now have 20 hit points.
Ooh, second level spells.
So we're leveling up now.
yes, you can go ahead and you're back at the bar. You know, by now, Ananuska has informed you about the visit from the health inspector and that you all did pass, and you know, she also learned that the health inspector didn't like the guy at the other bar. So
Yeah,
you
it's
can go ahead and level up, and
I think gloomy alleyways work for me.
What do I do to level up? Do I open the book and drag the level 3 from the character level thing, or
You won't be
Uh,
going to level 3 if anybody. You'll be going to level 2 if one of your 2 classes.
right? Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
yeah, you drug the bard over, so I'm showing you as a 2nd level bard, 1st level sorcerer.
Right. I just went into that place on the character sheet and I changed the number from 1 to 2, but it didn't change anything else.
Yeah, if you will find the, I'm gonna change it back to 1 for you, and if you will just open the book and find the bard class and then drag it over to your character sheet, it will automatically prompt you for
Okay,
anything.
cool. Thank you.
And just for my memory, you all have not heard back from the Speak with Dead that the clerics were doing, correct?
Oh, we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of questions. I got them on my notes.
Okay,
Decker stole an artifact from the called the
Right.
stone.
you got that. I just wanted to confirm. I was thinking you had, and I'm reading over, and it's like, hey, and that just sounds like really familiar.
Yeah, we did the artifact was taken to a use of Flux's Manor or somewhere.
Right, the Garand Villa or something like that.
Yeah, Goran Villa.
And
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of notes under my notes for it.
I didn't have a chance to rewatch last week's episode.
So it says I've mastered the art of ambush. So you can give yourself a bonus to your initiative roll equal to that of your wisdom modifier. When you're rolling dice, how do you add extra dice to your roll? Is it you just
Right click.
and then can I like if I was going to attack something, like I guess I could try it, right? You hold it.
Yeah, if you're going to be throwing attack die, you're going to have to drag it out and just right click once if you add one extra die.
There are certain instances where I roll an extra D8 of damage, which is a different damage type than my weapon.
Then you'd have to set up an effect for that.
Set up an effect.
Or maybe there's one already made for it.
No,
What's the effect?
Dread Ambusher. I roll an extra D8 in damage for the first round of a weapon attack. It says says at the start of your first turn in each combat, your walking speed increases by 10, which lasts until the end of that turn. If you take an attack action on that turn, you can make one additional weapon attack as part of that action. If that attack hits, the target takes an extra 1d8 of damage from the weapon's damage type. So piercing or slashing, but it does an extra d8, and it's only on that second attack, I take it, right?
I don't know, but you probably have to make an effect that fades after you roll your attack.
So for that attack, I would, like, if I had Hunter's Mark going, then I'd get Hunter's Mark plus a d8. That'd be kind of...
Yeah.
So I was just wondering if Tui's got something already.
I just realized that I don't have Rob's stuff in my extensions folder.
Retro.
Yeah, I did a clean reformat or a clean reinstall of Fantasy Grounds just to get rid of all the crap that I've had in there for years that I don't need.
Well, do you know how to code then?
I'm sorry?
That code, do you know how to do that?
You can probably just modify a copy of Hunter's Mark. If you have Hunter's Mark, just copy it to somewhere else in your action page and change the dice roll.
Okay, I got it. I'll do that. Good idea.
Yeah, because you're just adding an extra, what, 1d6 damage?
1d8, yeah.
Yeah, that's an easy effect.
Man, I'm trying to pick what spells I want. Jesus.
I know. Because I have a spell I want, but there's other spells I don't want to get rid of. It's like...
Especially as a sorcerer, I can only have 4 spells at this level. Yeah, if you roll your damage, it should roll it.
Yeah, it looks like it'll work. It was a good idea with the Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, I do that a lot. If I know there's a spell that has something type effect I want, I'll modify it myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Do you know a good one for like marking? Like the fighter's like taunting mark? Like yeah, it either hit me or hit if you hit someone else it's at disadvantage.
You would just have to make him. If he does so, you'll taunt it. If he hits someone else at disadvantage,
Right, basically.
you can make a buff that will put a disadvantage on it, but that would give disadvantage to all attack, even if it's attacking you. So that would be something you have to remind Winter about, and he'll just make the creature roll at disadvantage.
Yeah, unfortunately, some things do require paying attention.
I'm trying to decide if I should take some type of hold person spell.
When it's
At the
one
bang
round
bang.
duration, is it just RND or do they spell out round?
Over by your effect, let me create a new effect here.
I bet it's lowercase round.
It's just part of the actual effects. You can change something if it's only like a round or on the next roll attack roll.
Okay. It might not be anything. It was just in the description part. Oh, I have something called Umbral Site. Let me look at this. I have dark vision now.
Did you say Harry has dark vision?
Yeah, he went Gloomstalker, so now he has dark vision.
60 feet.
Yep. Yeah. So he's using Gloomstalker as in, when they talk about the darkest places, it says such as deep under the earth, and then in gloomy alleyways there. Oh, and he learns another spell.
I'll save and throw. Calculate again. It's 8 plus your what? Proficiency bonus and your
Your specific stat, so like charisma.
Oh, BRB.
Yeah, I am done. Oh, holy shit.
I'm back.
Quick question on absorb elements. Is that all just spells, or can that be the energy from a physical attack? It just says incoming energy.
absorb elements.
Oh, it says when you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage in asterisks. So it's only those damage types.
D&D Beyond is showing ads on their website.
Sorry, what?
I pulled up absorb elements and it took me to D&D Beyond, and I'm seeing ads for new cell phones.
Nice.
How did y'all get past my ad blocker?
I'm back and ready.
You're going to have to deal with a fast hairy toenail. Not super fast. He can be on occasion.
Yeah, twin spell and quicken spell.
Yeah, no hurry, but just give a check when you're done.
So we were back at the bar now, right?
You are back at the bar.
And Anna and Harry told us all about the health inspector.
That they have.
Okay, I'll suggest to the group that maybe we might want to stand watch tonight outside, taking turns to see if someone tries to sneak up on us, and try to do the same thing again tonight.
Oh, Harry'd love to stand yard outside. He can try out his new gloom stock.
Okay. It's still really early in the evening, you know. It's only not quite dark, but you know, keeping an eye out on the street to see if you can find your stalker. You're not seeing him. However, you are hearing people that are passing by. Uh, you know, they're talking about your. Yeah, I'm never going to that bar. I hear it's infested with rats. And quite a few people have said this.
If I hear that, I'll step outside. So, oh yeah, you got the wrong bar. It's the one just down the street that's been infested with rats. And I'll point out that name. Because I go, and I'll show them the report from the house inspector and said, this is not the rat infestation, not.
And so it begins. The next adventure, Waterdeep, War of the Taverns.
There'll only be one tavern left. It pisses me off enough.
And, you know, it's, as you're showing people your health inspector and, you know, your health report and trying to get, you know, stop this rumor from spreading. Yeah, never mind. Forget I said that. So, yeah, you know, you're able to convince a few people, and you know, a few others are like, well, we'll check it out when you open and judge it for ourselves. But it's quite obvious. Someone is spreading rumors about you.
You gave me an inspiration.
I gave everyone an inspiration.
I was just wondering because I got a star. And go, huh? Yeah, let's do a little walk around the bar, checking things out, checking the handiwork of our construction crew on the outside and the inside, and keeping an eye out for any suspicious characters other than Harry.
All the work that the workmen have been doing, surprisingly, has been really first rate. It's top quality. You can tell that they do care about their work and have went that extra mile, you know, just to make the place look really nice. And you know, by now all your new windows are in, your bay windows in. You know, they've fixed the holes in the floor, replaced some of the, I don't know, do they have sheetrock in Waterdeep? But you know what I mean.
Probably plaster over wood.
Yeah, you know, they're fixing up the holes, and you know, the place is really starting to come together.
Sweet.
And you know, it won't be long, and you'll be hopefully open for business, unless you get sabotaged. Um,
And I'll just talk with the group after I go back in and see if they want to set up a watch to see if we can catch the perpetrators and the.
We still have patrol duty tomorrow, don't we?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why we don't have to be all of us up. It's set a rotating watch.
Yeah. Yeah, because I plan to be rested for the very important poop patrol.
Yeah, I mean, we can still set up a watch and be rested.
Yep.
I mean, I have 120-foot dark vision, so I'm pretty good for night watch. If I want, now I can cast a globe of darkness with 2 sorcery points, which I can see through.
I just realized something. Anna's character is the smartest one in the group.
Yeah, Harry's not that bright.
So, which one of you all would be most likely to attend a parade?
Well, you just have to look at me to know the answer to that one.
No way
Most likely
Orm's
I'm in jail.
Orm probably had to stand duty on too many parades, and he has probably no desire to go again.
Harry wants to go. Check out what the thieves are.
Well, or like you said, you have stood watch on many a parade, and you know, at many festivals and so forth, and over the past couple of days, you've had plenty of time to sit and, or you know, to think about the events, and you keep going over everything, you know, that city watch mentality. It's just, you're going over all the evidence for the fireball. And something that the old lady said, you know, it looked like a puppet without strings. And that just really stuck with you, and you've been mulling it over the past couple of days, and you realize that the description is very similar to the automatons that sometimes march in the Day of Wonders parade.
Okay, and I suppose that parade is perhaps coming up?
No, it's not. It's generally in the fall.
Okay.
Well, it's in the fall, not generally. But just something about that description made you think about those. And you know that the Day of Wonders parade is sponsored by the local temple of Gond.
Okay.
What do they do? That temple? Well, I mean,
They're like the machine gods, basically, right? Like tinkery and invention or something.
Right.
rooms.
Okay, and what time is it now? Like, is this right after, like, we had our patrol and we just finished the carrion?
Yeah, at most it's probably 6:30.
Okay. Well, I'll mention it to the group that that it occurred to me that the description we had of the person who seemed to have assaulted everybody in front of our tavern might be is similar to, like, in the parade, just pretty much everything you said, the Gond temple, and that maybe it might be worth checking out.
Cool. We could probably do that after our due. How many more days do we have left on that? It's a 10-day contract, right?
Yes, it was a 10-day contract, and let's see, that would have
I
been.
know we were up to 5 last week, if I remember correctly.
Bry come home on the 6th day of it, but he got hung over. So, we're gonna say it's day 7.
Oh crap! Is he still in jail?
Yes, Bry's mouth got the better of him, so they kept him for a few extra days. I can't imagine what he might say to upset a guard.
Or magistrate.
Or a passerby on the street.
I'm just happy he didn't set the courtroom on fire. And, is there anything you want to do before you rest?
Probably just help tidy up after all the cleaning and just see if we can work out a watch schedule for the outside. I'm assuming we got windows all around all 4 sides. We can look outside, so we don't have to stand outside if we don't want to.
During Harry's watch, he enjoys staying in the dark alleyway.
Okay, yeah, nothing exciting has happened, nothing suspicious. You have not seen your stalker. Damon even hammered up a sign on the front porch, "We don't have rats."
And just after my watch ends, I'll
Sign up that says rat meat for lunch.
slowly walk over towards where that other place is, see if it's still open. If it's not, start flinging some poop at its doors to build a nice little pattern on it. With Mage Hand.
You know what? I'm going to allow that. You're able to mage hand some poop, and yeah, you have covered the front of the building. And let's make a stealth roll, if you would, Damon.
You want it in the tower?
No.
Like you want everyone to see you fell?
He's going to jail.
Remember, I'm on the all black.
And no one inside the bar heard the poop hitting the outside. And you brought with you, what, 9 pounds of poop?
Yep.
God, this is a shitty game. And you know, you're hiding in the alleyway. No one's seeing you. You know, occasionally someone might catch a glimpse of a mage hand flinging poo, but no one really wants to investigate that any further.
Yeah, about the only thing you could probably see if my stuff was high and good enough is my red eyes, because my eyes go red at night.
And after you are done poo-pooing your competitor, um, you know, you see a drunk come out, and you know, he comes out the front door and he takes a couple of steps and he's staggering and just struggling to stay upright. And you see him start sniffing, and then, you know, he's holding his arm up, sniffing his armpits, and he's like, "Good God, it stinks. Hope that ain't me." And he stumbles off. And you do notice that a few people who were headed to the bar did not bother to go in when they saw the front of it poop covered.
I'll slowly sneak back. You know, I was tempted to go in, Burt Rat used a mage hand to write "rat bastard" in the poo, but I changed.
I think we're gonna have to give you a title of like Sir Beavis or.
You do realize if Bri was here, this would be even worse, right?
Yes, I do. But hey, this is not nearly as risque as Curse of the Crimson Throne. They found a lesbian idol, and they're trying to get a tiefling to hook up with the queen herself. So there's all kinds of interracial jokes happening.
Okay.
You are Rise of the Rune Lord game on Friday. We have to make Rune Lord weapons, and one of the ingredients we're using is a succubus magic erotic toys. It's an actual item in the game.
Love it. So, you poo-pooed the house, the tavern. You prevented a few patrons from going in. Everyone coming out of the bar is a little too drunk. You know, they're smelling it, but you know, who's gonna turn around and look at the side of the building to see if it's covered in poo? No one ever thinks about it. And
yeah, I would have skedaddled long before that. I'm just proud of my.
And the night passes without incident.
Okay. Yeah, I would have made sure to get a night's rest.
Nothing suspicious happened. Harry's blending in with his shadow ability and testing out that new dark vision.
I can see poo at 60 paces.
I see poo. Okay, and now it is day 7 of the Poop Patrol, and give you a long rest.
Harry does his normal eat breakfast until mid-morning, hanging out.
Today he goes by the name of Apricot.
And who wants to go on Poop Patrol? Harry's hanging out.
I'll go Orm.
All right.
Sure.
One of my bonds is everything I do is for the common people.
So, okay, so who all's going and who all's staying?
Harry does his morning routine back at the bar. He doesn't do patrol.
Okay.
Everyone else is going except Bry, who is in jail.
No, Harry's staying back at the bar.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so I guess that would be 3 going. I'll stay with Harry. You might need some backup in case something.
Health inspector comes.
Okay. The day, passes quickly, and you all have become just a little bit of a celebrity from yesterday. Word has spread about these brave heroes who helped the city guard defeat this monster that come up out of the sewer, and they're not quite asking for your autograph yet, but they're clapping you on the back, and you're taking in all the admiration that people are bestowing upon you, and it's making the day go quicker. And about 3 o'clock, the head poop sweeper walks over to you, and he goes, we feel a lot safer with you guys here, and well, we're kind of quitting early today. So, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're taking off. Tell you have a great evening. See you in the morning.
I'll give a nod, but I defer to Orms. It's more of his up his alley stuff.
So he's looking to send us off early. Is that it?
You're welcome to stay, but the poop sweepers are leaving. They're taking.
All right.
It's a short day for them.
Should we go to the temple?
I'm just trying to figure out I don't remember exactly what their wording was. If I had to stay with them until a specific time or until they were done for the day.
Until they're done for the day.
Okay. Well, if I fulfilled the obligation, anyways, I don't want to get in trouble. So, yeah, then okay. Otherwise, I'm gonna follow them home.
I can see you standing guard at the dinner table.
But yeah, other than that, then that's fine. If their job is done, then my job is done.
Okay, now what?
Time to group. So, you were thinking about that Dawn, that church place? Maybe we should go pick up the other 2 and go check it out?
Yeah, maybe. Now would be a good time since we have a little bit extra time in the day.
Yeah, you all hop into the carriage, and Fred, aka Wilbur, drives you back to the bar. Harry, are you going to be at the bar, or are you out in town? Same with Anna.
I'm at the bar.
Yep.
And, the rest of the party gets there. They tell you that they're going to check out the temple, and you all ride along to the House of Inspired Hands. and it's sitting on the corner of Sea-Watch Street and Shark Street down in the Sea Ward. And the House of Inspired Hands looks like a cross between a temple and a workshop. You see the symbol of Gond, which is a cog with teeth and 4 spokes. It's displayed very prominently. You see the silhouette of a humanoid shape perching on the rooftop. It extends its arm and it releases a few tiny metal sparrows right into the sky. And the bird does a few loops in the air, and then it veers right towards you. And
Real birds or magical birds?
This is a mechanical bird.
Hearing ducks.
And Harry, you duck, and you know this bird is, even though it was doing these acrobatic loops, you can tell something ain't right with it. And right after it passes you, it crashes into a wall. And it stops moving.
I'll use Mage Hand to pick it up and bring it close to me and examine it. Thinking that the temple just flipped me the bird.
And yes, you are holding this lightweight metal bird that's dented and, you know, very broken now.
If it doesn't seem like it might do anything weird, I'll just hold up my hand and I look at the group. Guess we'll take it in the temple with us.
And, you know, looking back up at the top of the temple, you no longer see that humanoid shape there. It let loose of the bird and then it vanished.
Is there anything weird within the bird, like a message or a paper or a writing or something?
No. Yeah, not that you can see without further destroying the bird.
Yeah, I won't do that.
Well, why don't we just go knock on the door and check out the building?
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
The temple is open and it's a buzz with activity. And you can see acolytes going back and forth. And as you walk into the temple, it's unlike any temple you've ever been at before.
Are there refreshments?
Not that you can see. However, you can see, as you walk in, there's roughly 24 marble pedestals, and each one of them contains either a prize-winning invention or a miniature model of some extraordinary creature. And Sorry guys, this heartburn is killing me.
It's okay. If you want to finish early so you can take something for it, we can too.
I have just taken a second set of heartburn pills. We probably will finish about 10 o'clock tonight.
Okay.
Um, but on one of the pedestals, you can see this 4-foot tall working model of a clock tower. It's made out of wood and iron and bronze and glass, and you can see brass bells and very delicate hands formed from solid gold.
Sure.
You
I'll
can
pretty much just. Oh, sorry. I was going to say I was pretty much going to look for someone who looks somewhat important and hand over this bird and tell them what. But go with your description. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm going to read it anyway, damn it. You see a wooden flying machine that has wings that flap when it becomes airborne. And, you know, it looks like it could be a, you know, the basis for the design of the bird that you have in your hands. And you can see a a miniature model of a mechanical dragon turtle. And there's a brass plate affixed to the pedestal that reads, Big Belchy sank in Deepwater Harbor on the Day of Wonders in 1363. You see this helmet that has these articulated metal arms and hands, and the plaque on it says that it is a waking helmet. And you know, you're reading a little more about the plaque, but you wear this helmet and the hands and the arms gently slap you if you fall asleep. There is a miniature model of a red submarine shaped like a manta ray. So, you know, these guys are quite the tinkerers and the machinists and inventors, and as you're looking around, you become aware, well, you don't become aware, a dragonborn priest walks up to you. And, oh, okay. Yeah, she goes, greetings, greetings, welcome to the Temple of Gond. And I am, Valletta, the priest here. How can I be of service to you all today?
Well, firstly, maybe it can be a service to you. When we were walking up here, we seen some weird figure on the roof, and then this bird went kind of crazy and crashed in the wall. And then I hand the bird over.
Really? And you know, she's like, well, I'm sorry if any of our inventions got loose and you know, tried to fly into you, and she
Also
looks
tell
at
her
it.
what we were told about the fireball attack.
Okay. She is when you show her the bird, she lets out this sigh. Like, oh God, not again. Why is this happening today? And
That piques my interest, and I give her a inquisitive look.
yeah, and she goes, she asks you about the creature that you saw on the roof, and you give the best little description that you can of it, which, hold on, and I'll pull up a description to give you.
Name Porthos.
I think Porthos was the chubby one. I think he looks more like Donkey.
Did you say donkey or Don Quixote?
Don Quixote.
Okay, because you kind of faded out after you said donk. I was like, it's like when you're describing a dragon turtle. For a second, I thought you were going to say a mechanical dragon turd.
And when you describe the figure that you saw on the roof, you notice she recognizes the description. You're fairly confident that she knows who that was.
Okay. And Orm said he told her about the incident of the fireball and what people described.
She's like, well, I hope he didn't have anything to do with that. And she tells you that that's Nim. And that Nim is a nimble right that was gifted to the temple by a Latinese wizard. And she apologizes that this mechanical bird was flown at you, and you told her the story of how it crashed and so forth, and she's like, not all of our inventions will do damage, but this particular one, and she's oh, I misread that. I was wondering why a mechanical bird would do psychic damage. But it just does piercing damage. And, she apologizes on behalf of the church, and, at times Nim can be a handful, and she hopes that he wasn't involved in the fireball that went off in front of your tavern. And she is, I'm sure you all would like to speak with Nim, and if you'll follow me, I'll take you to his room.
I followed her, and for some reason my character was having a flashback to childhood and watching an awesome...
Of watching what?
Secret of Nim.
And she takes you to the back part of the temple and leads you up a spiral staircase that takes you up into the attic. And she's like, yeah, this is where Nim prefers to stay. And she goes to reach for the doorknob to the attic door, and she stops, and she's got a perplexed look on her face. And she's like, you know, I don't recognize that lock. That's a new lock on that door. And so, I don't have a key to open that lock.
I can open it.
Or we could just knock first. I approach the door and knock on it and go, "Hey, Nim, you in there? We'd just like to talk to you for a sec. You don't know me, but I'd sure like to know you."
Let's see. You hear a knock coming from the inside of the door. And Valletta tells you that, Nim can't speak, but he does understand Common, and, in order to communicate with him, it developed a very simple sign language that we use to communicate with him. And, Valletta's, knocking on the door. Nim, let us in. These gentlemen, they wish to speak with you. And after a few seconds, you can hear a click in the lock, and the door does open. And by the time you push the door open, Nim, the Nimblewright, is in the far back of the room.
I'll quickly scan the room for anything that might be able to.
You can see all kinds of clutter, but you don't see anything that would make you think you're in immediate danger.
Okay.
There's lots of tools and unfinished inventions and whatnot. And, I don't want to say that Nim is a magical construct created to serve as a guard or an assassin. But it's composed predominantly of lightweight wood and powered by magic. It's humanoid looking, it wears clothes. This particular one prefers flashier clothes. And its face is emotionless. The expression that it has on its face is the one that was given to it by its creator. And, Valletta follows you into the room, and she's very stern. She's like, Nim, come over here. These people want to talk to you. And Nim slowly comes over and does this simple sign language, and Valletta goes, okay, he'll talk to you. What would you like to know?
Oh. I'll ask her for the bird. Is this yours? I think you may want to try to fix it.
Yes, and if you're holding out the bird, Nim does reach out and grab it.
Oh, I let him take it. Oh, it's nice work.
And he makes a sign, and Valletta says, he says, thank you.
You're a good craftsman. Do you know anything about the other one? Were you the one that used the fireball?
He does some signing, and you see Valletta sign back. There's this conversation happening between them, and you can tell that Valletta is the expression on her face is one of anger, and finally she just looks at Nim and out loud in common says, just tell him, Nim. And Nim starts this long signing, and Valletta is translating, and Nim is lonely, and in order to ease his loneliness, he built another Nimblewright. And let's see.
Does he know how to write common?
You with this Nimblewright.
I'm sorry?
I think he was, Harry was asking what he does with that Nimblewright, and I was asking if he knows how to write.
No, Nim cannot write in common. And it built the other Nimblewright to ease its loneliness. But about a month ago, something happened to it, and it got very confused, and it's almost like it panicked, but it took off and ran away, and Nim has not seen it since. And in light of this revelation, Valletta walks over to the door and she starts yelling for acolytes to come on up here, and you know, they're hauling their butts up the stairs, and she tells them to remove Nim's tools and all the unfinished inventions, and she's forcing Nim to watch, and she's like, you know better than to create versions of yourself. We give you a lot of leeway here to, you know, be creative, but this crossed the line. And, you know, Nim is,
I'll kind of say, oh, no. I mean, he was lonely. You guys visit him often, and just leave him up here and act like he's a Quasimodo.
Yeah, and I mean, we create versions of ourselves.
Well, he's got other duties in the temple that he performs as well, but you know, creating another Nimblewright was something that he shouldn't have done, and as he's getting chewed out, you can see he stops one of the acolytes from picking up this device, and Valletta's very angry at him for doing that, and they start this heated signing exchange again. And
Can I look at the device? Or is it just something generic for the story?
Yes, and Nim, finishes signing, and you can see this very strange looking device.
Like umbrella.
Yeah, it's a 1 foot long copper contraption with an umbrella like metallic protrusion at the top. And are you going to touch it, Damon?
I'll ask Nim if it's okay if I just take a look at it because I find it fascinating.
Much to Valletta's dismay, Nim does nod in agreement that you can look at it.
And then I'll just pick it up and take a look at it and tell him it's very fascinating.
Okay. Once again, the house rule is if you touch a magic item, you can feel that it's magic. Might not know what it does, but you are feeling that this is a magical device.
Can I ritually cast Identify on it?
Just to ask him what it...
I don't think Identify is probably the best one to cast.
I'll look at Nim and go, this is fascinating. What's it used for? What's it do?
Yeah, I don't want you to waste a spell on it. Nim starts signing, and Valletta is translating, and he explains that he's been out looking for the other Nimblewright. And because, he knew he would get in trouble at the temple, and in order to help find him, he built this Nimblewright detector.
So kind of like a Geiger counter.
Yeah, pretty much. And if you were to do a detect magic around it, you would reveal an aura of divination magic.
I'll turn around to the dragon priest, the head dragon lady, and go, yeah, this is interesting. It seems like he's willing to take responsibilities for his actions. Would you be willing to let him work with us to try to correct his actions and maybe find his creation and bring it back?
Well, Nim goes on to tell you that, he built this device. He's been up to the rooftop with it several times. His original plan was to go out into town, but his programming does not allow him to leave the temple. He did not know that at the time. But, he explains that you hold down the trigger, and when the activated device comes within 500 feet of a Nimblewright, other than him,
Yeah, figure.
the umbrella begins to spin, whir, and click. And the faster all that happens, the closer you are to your target.
Interesting.
But he doesn't know anything at all about a fireball. It's possible his Nimblewright could be involved with it. He's not really sure why it fled in this confused panic.
That is rather odd. And then I'll just kind of go on with the same. Says, look at him. Would you like to try to help catch your nimble right? Your creation?
Well, Valletta explains that, due to the programming, he was a gift to the temple, and he was built to assist the temple, and as a result, he can't leave the grounds. And, but Nim, he's like, he's signing that, hey, you all are welcome to use his detector to track the other Nimblewright down, and Valletta says that, hey, that is a brilliant idea, and if you all will track it down and destroy it, and return with proof of its destruction, she'll pay you 500 gold pieces.
I'll look at Nim to see if he's as distressed when she says destroy.
He makes no sign language motions, and his face is emotionless. You really can't tell what's going on there.
Okay. I'll just say, you sure you want it destroyed? You can maybe capture it and just bring it back to see what will happen to it. You could do that if you...
Well, he knew it was against the rules anyway, and that's just part of his punishment. Destroy it.
Okay. Does it seem like she's too eager to have it destroyed, or is it just she just want to punish him? Trying to see if she's trying to cover something herself.
You don't think that she's trying to cover anything up. It's all just punishment. Nim broke the rules. He knew better. And she can't have a Nimblewright created Nimblewright out in the city doing God knows what.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions they want to ask?
Sounds like you covered pretty much everything.
Okay, before we go to leave, I'll just say, there anywhere, go to Ned, looking at the Dragonborn, going, there any idea what errors it might frequent when it was confused states, or any chance you've caught any readings recently when you were on the route?
He has gotten no readings at all.
Okay.
It's probably out of range.
Is this a good temple?
You mean alignment?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to destroy
What's temple? It's a temple of Gond, right? Which alignment is Gond?
Neutral.
Yeah.
Like lawful neutral or something like that.
Gond is neutral.
Yeah.
God is another one of the Forge deities. He's a smith.
I think we should go find it and keep it.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, so it can fireball us while we're sleeping.
I was going to say, obviously there's something wrong with it.
Stay and help us run the inn or the tavern.
We'll have to reprogram it.
Ooh, you could give the ghost a body.
Great idea.
Now, you've all seen Red versus Blue, right?
Yeah. Michael J. Caboose.
Okay.
But, Nim, once again, before you leave, just gives you a quick rundown. The closer you are, the faster it gets, and when it appears to not be getting any faster, you are within 30 feet.
Okay. I look at the head priest. Do you mind occasionally when this is done if I come to visit him? Just to maybe learn how to talk.
All are welcome at the Temple of God. Yes, you may come visit my wayward nimble right.
Okay. So I guess we'll head back out and let her know when we find it.
Absolutely, and I'm gonna put that in the quest. And she's offered a reward. And maybe even a bonus. The bonuses are unique to say the least.
Cool. Guess we'll go back to work our way back towards our home base. What do you guys and ladies?
Yep.
And tell them we may want to hire maybe like a guards, maybe like a person to watch the place when we're not around, because I think the shit might start to fly soon. I mean our tavern place.
Well, yeah, that might not be a bad idea because, shit has already started flying down a street from you. Yeah, and, by the time you get back to the bar, once you get back to your neighborhood, people are starting to know you now. Your reputation has started to grow from defeating the carrion crawler, and let alone, Brian went out introducing himself to all the neighbors, and good or bad that might have been. And you could hear a lot of people still laughing at the bar owner. It's they're starting to tell jokes, and one of you goes over and it's like, hey, what are y'all talking about? And they're telling you the gossip that someone hit friend's bar and covered it with poop.
Oh, that must have been shitty for him.
Oh, yeah, word has it that he's furious. And, everyone's wondering who would have done it. If I knew who'd done it, I'd buy him a drink at your bar.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's a real jerk, and
yeah, he kind of looks like a dirty rat. And his food's kind of bland.
I'd agree with you. Last time I ate there, it wasn't too good. And hey, I'm glad you're here. We heard a rumor that you do have rats. Is that true?
That was a rumor, but we had the city inspectors in, and they gave us a clean bill of health. Being charismatic and overallly friendly with these people, just telling them what happened and what's going on with the bar. And I put my bush foot forward to stop and talk, and when people has run away back, trying to kind of hype up the bar for when you get. I can't remember what the hell is the name we were thinking of going with last week. Something Ghost, I think.
We have the Gentleman Ghost. Anna also suggested half-elven spirits, and you all have yet to decide.
Yeah, I like Gentleman Ghost, but I thought, the ghost may take offense to being called a man instead of a.
Gentleman Ghost is not actually a name of his sex.
I know, but I'm not. I meant being called a man instead of a half elf. Like being called human.
We'll just tell him it's a coincidence.
What's that?
We'll just tell him it's a coincidence. Has nothing to do with him.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I think Gentleman Ghost sounds better. But what do you guys?
Gentleman Ghost sounds cool.
I like Gentleman's Ghost.
All right, Bob will be happy now. He can order the sign. Well, she's like, I'm so glad. I didn't think you all had rats, but Emick, the other bar owner, he's telling everybody within earshot that you got rats.
Oh, really? It must mean that he's afraid of competition and he likes to spread rumors.
Well, at one point in time, he did want to buy your bar, and he's telling people that the reason he didn't buy it was because of the rats.
I think it's because he didn't have enough money, because his bar kind of looked run down.
That may be true,
Well, especially if there's poop on the outside. I mean, jeez, where'd you get that from?
I know, right? That was so funny. They are laughing at him for, 5 square blocks. That is funny. And, I hope the City Watch doesn't get them, but, that's, maybe willful destruction of property?
I don't know, some may say beautification of the neighborhood?
Well, that would be up for the lawyers. Like I said, I hope they don't get caught by the watch, and I'd love to know who did it, because, by God, I'd buy them a drink.
Yeah. I would like to meet that person, too.
And other than that, when you were out on poop patrol, the vibe on the street is still kind of tense and worrisome. That this gang war is just it's affecting everybody now.
Yeah.
And the City Watch really needs to do something about it. It's gone on long enough. It's out of hand. And people aren't happy.
That poop patrol, does it go throughout the city or just certain districts?
There are... This particular one is... the one that you're guarding is in a particular area. There are many poop patrols throughout the city.
Okay.
And Orem, when you all get back to the bar, Bob the Builder comes up to you and he's like, I really hate these things. And he hands you one of those magic flying birds made out of paper.
Okay.
And you open it, and it's a message from your primary contact, Jalister. And he's like, would you come meet me at the at our headquarters?
All right. Will do.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to walk, or do you want to take the horse and buggy?
Well, might as well get the use out of the horse and buggy. He seemed eager to be useful after the money we gave him, so.
And just before we get in, because I'll go from just before we get in, I'll go to Baba. You don't know anyone who might want to be trustworthy and decent that maybe stand guard during the day and maybe at night, just to watch for any undesirables that might cost you guys or cost your work?
Why? Do you think we're in danger?
No. Someone drilled holes in with rats, and apparently someone spread poop on the guy down the way there, so I don't know, man. Some weird stuff going on.
I can't believe someone did that. That was hilarious. You know, I might know a guy. Let me get in contact with him this afternoon, and I'll let you know in the morning. And
Okay.
if he can't come tomorrow, well, you know, I'm here all day. I'll keep an eye out for you until you can find someone full time.
All right. Well, I'll slip him 5 gold just for shits.
He's like, holy cow, I really like working for you guys. You're all just so free with the money.
Well, you get work if you pay your people decent.
That's right, and that's why we're doing you a quality job. And, you know, he grabs you by the arm and he starts showing you the most mundane details of his work and just bragging on his workmanship and his workers. And I mean, he's talking about the angle that the nails are driven into the wood and how it provides a superior hold. And
I'll politely try to excuse myself because I go, oh yeah, I'm going with Orm here to meet with some people, but your work is exquisite, my friend.
Hey, why don't you let's see what the hell you should roll before I confuse additions again.
I'd be persuasion, probably, or deception, whatever you want.
Yeah. Since you're trying to get away, let's do a deception.
Okay. You want me to roll on the top?
No, you don't have to for this one. And, you know, Bob's like, oh, sir, I'm terribly sorry to keep you, and, you know, I've got work to do myself, and, well, I'll let you know in the morning what I find out.
Okay. Thank you for your work and all your hard work. Give your crew my gratitude and thanks for all their.
Yes, sir. Really, I'll let them know, and you know they've really enjoyed working for you, and they can't wait. You know, when you get your first beer delivery. And Orem, you're in the carriage, and you go to the headquarters of the Lord's Alliance, and Jalister's there, and he is very excited to see you, and he's like, you know, I talked to the poop patrol today that I sent you to guard, and they said that you have done an outstanding job. And, you know, talked about your military precision and standing watch and, you know, how you're not letting anybody get close to them without just cause. And, you know, they're very impressed with you. And then I have a conversation with a couple of guys from the City Watch. I hear you were involved in helping to defeat a carrion crawler.
Oh, is that what those things were called? Yeah, yeah. It was ugly and it was not friendly.
Well, you know, you and your comrades probably saved a lot of lives yesterday. Those things can get really mean, and well, we all know that they're ugly as can be anyway. But yeah, more importantly, you kept the citizens of Waterdeep safe, and as a result, well, I'm going to go ahead and make you a member of the Lord's Alliance, and I'm going to excuse you from the last 3 days of poop patrol.
Thank you, sir. That sounds great.
You have done such a good job, and you know, we got a couple new initiatives that wish to join that I'm gonna put down there in your place. And he kind of laughs, and he's like, so between you and I, what'd you think of Poop Patrol? Did you enjoy your time there?
I probably wouldn't say I enjoy it so much as a job's a job.
Yeah, that's one of the favorite things that we like to do to new recruits is put them on the poop patrol. But, you know, here lately, with all the violence in the city, it wasn't so much of a joke this time around.
No.
And, you know, he goes on to talk to you some more that, you know, just recapping stuff that you already knew, but this is coming from an official person in your eyes, and you know that Xanathar and the Zents are at war. And no one's really sure why. But, you know, violence between the two gangs are happening almost every day in almost every sector of the city. And
yeah, I've been noticing the rampant gang activity.
Yeah, the situation is out of hand, and you know, it might be easy to fix the problem if we knew what they were fighting over. And well, you know, the Zents, being the mercenaries that they are, you know, they would at least be willing to sit down and hash it out, I think. But Xanathar, well, yeah, no one's gonna sit down with Xanathar. You know,
Jeez, I wonder why.
Rumor has it that, you know, he's half insane.
He must be to be operating a guild like this in this city.
Yeah, but you know, this is Waterdeep. Everyone's got their guilds, and they serve purposes for the most part. And but yeah, Xanathar is one at this city. You know, I don't like the Zents, but I'll tolerate them more than I will the Xanathar thugs. You know, at least the Zents are a recognized, legitimate guild.
I kind of like huff at that, but
And so he has made you a full member of the Lord's Alliance, and you now have 1 renown point.
ooh,
Cool.
Yeah, getting a reputation. And fortunately, everyone's reputation is good except for Bry's.
He'll be part of the sanitation guild.
Yep, he'll end up joining the Dung Sweepers Guild. And Jalister says, yeah, in a couple of days, I'll be in touch with you. If you need me, you don't have to come back here to headquarters, you know, just, I wanted this to be an official meeting. Generally, I'll meet with you down at the yachting portal and we'll have a beer.
sounds good. Thank you.
And if I'm not there, you know, you can leave a message with Doran and he'll make sure I get it. And
Will do.
And he bids you good day. Harry's not joining a guild. Bry is not joining a guild. Anna's in the gauntlets, got a renown. Damon's done the first mission. Orum's done the first mission. And Avara is gauntlet and has done the first mission. Yay!
I'm enjoying the faction stuff. And as we've been wandering through the city, occasionally we'll have the weird, odd-looking umbrella thing out, and just examining it and using it for things. Maybe suggest that we check out the area where the first.
Yeah, where the fireball went off, you know, you're checking around you to begin with, and yeah, you're not getting any readings at all.
Okay. Is there a way to have it like active so I'll start making noises if it's in my backpack?
You could probably stick the top of it out your backpack and tape or tie down the button to hold it. Looking at it, you have no idea how it operates, and you wouldn't know what a battery was anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't pretty much do that, but I'd probably talk with the group and see what anyone's any ideas. Maybe like a search grid through the city or something like that, or see if there's been any more strange sightings or incidents within the city of a clockwork man. And then maybe use my contacts with the Harpers to try that too.
Yeah, and you know, out of character, you could also mount it to the the carriage.
Sure.
And just send the guy out to work for a day. Hey, if you get a beep, you know, throw your fare out and come get us.
It could be an interesting thing we could probably talk about next week.
Or at least let us know where it happened.
And being back, Damon, you just reached out to the Harpers to
Or any weird sightings of like a Clockwork Man and all that?
Well, initially, you just reached out to them in order to get them to do the Speak with Dead.
Alright, that's true.
Um,
We get another opera to go to.
you know, when you get back to, you know, you're done talking to the person, you're the lady in the street, you're playing with the nimble right detector, people are looking at you kind of weird, holding up this weird device, but hey, it's Waterdeep. A lot of weird shit happens. And, as you get closer to the bar, everyone you see your good buddy Rainier sitting on the porch, and he's like, you know, how long do I have to sit here and wait for you all to offer me a drink?
About as long as it takes for us to get in the door.
Oh, that's my kind of person. I appreciate that. I haven't been waiting here that long, but I was in the neighborhood and thought I'd come by and see what you were doing to the old place. Valo had asked me the other day how you all were doing, and I told him, you know, I haven't seen him in a while. I think I'll go talk to him. And, and you know, we heard that, well, you know, the entire city has heard that a fireball went off right in front of your door. What's up with that?
Yeah, some weird ass happenings going on, and I'll give him the lowdown on just about everything we've learned. Since he seems somewhat trustworthy still. Right down to where I produced my weird looking sex toy thing that I've been walking around the street with.
Rainier goes, you know, you would have told him everything that you know.
Yeah,
date.
about the villa, yeah, and everything.
He's like, you know, when the lords of Waterdeep ousted my father, I thought his long dark shadow was finally gone for good. The truth is, I want nothing to do with him. But his spies hound me. One of them, a gnome named Dalakar, had been watching me for months. And then about 10 days ago, he was suddenly nowhere to be seen. And, you know, my father didn't trust many people, but he trusted that gnome. And I spoke with a few of Dalakar's friends, and apparently he was on a special mission to retrieve the Stone of Galore, and was afraid that the Zentarum and the Xanathar Guild were close to catching him. When he heard about my kidnapping, he wanted more information about the rescuers who had, about the adventurers who rescued me. And I think Dalakar was planning on to pay you to deliver the stone to my friends in Neverwinter, or to my father in Neverwinter. And well, I didn't know he was the gnome that got killed. And you know, I guess he was okay.
Yeah, it looked like a Erstal Fluxen landed up with a stone because it looks like one of his guys were running away after a bomb went off. Severely hurt, but running off with an item he took off your Dalakar guy.
And you would have mentioned
The gorilla, yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to reach out to my friends in the Harpers and see if I can get any more information out of them.
That'd be most appreciated. I have friends in Harper's too, so if they need related information to me, that'd be cool.
Even though you're a member of the Harpers, you're confident that he's probably got friends higher up the ladder than you do.
Yeah, probably. And most likely, I'm normally dealing with like the mid-level guy.
Yeah, you're talking to mid-level management at best. You're not the low man on the totem pole, but you're pretty low. And by this time, Rainier's finished his beer, and he's like, "Well, gentlemen, looks like we got work to do and a mystery to solve, and I'll get back with you tomorrow."
Yeah. All right, thank you.
And Orem, as you're coming in the door of the bar, you see Rainier walking out, and he claps you on the back and says, "Good to see you," and just keeps on walking.
All right.
Did I see him smack him on the back and as he kept on walking?
Yeah, you would have seen that.
I checked Warren's back for a kick me son.
And surprisingly, you don't find one. You were expecting to, but when Rainier was leaving, he had a little more serious look on his face. Knowing that his father's trusted gnome and all this was connected with the fireball that went off in Waterdeep. He's very serious about this matter, and even if his dad was somehow involved with it, he doesn't want to catch any heat from it, and he's got enough problems in his life anyway because of his father.
He doesn't need to deal with the sins of his father.
Exactly.
I can understand that greatly because I deal with the sins of my ancestors every day of my life.
And we're going to wrap up here in just a minute, but let's jump forward to the next day if that's okay with you all.
Yeah, I'm good. Maybe another watch during the night. I forgot to gather up some poop, so I'm going to have to think of something more interesting.
Harry, when he's on watch, and what is your shadow ability? Shadow step.
Oh, mine I have, but I got that at 14, so I don't know what he might have something.
It's not really a shadow ability. It's just that I can see in the dark.
And my ability allows me to see 120 feet in the dark, too.
So it's sight and not hiding, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. During watch, couple of you, you're also going down. Nothing's happening at Troll Skull Manor. And, you're sneaking down the alleyway and checking out your competitor, and you can tell he's got guards standing outside his building tonight. All the poop has been painstakingly removed.
This is going to escalate, isn't it? So
It's
we're
like
gonna get
mage hand 5 pounds at a time. Like rooftop to rooftop.
I don't know anything about poop.
Just filling in the gutters and
I'll drop it down the chimney. Oh, it's going to get worse before I gets here.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad he wasn't here tonight for this. The night passes, and first thing in the morning, Bob the builder's back, and he's like, "Hey guys, I really need a name if you all want to open on time." The sign maker, I got to get the sign if you want to open on time.
Yeah, we'll go for Harry.
We're going to call it the Gentleman Ghost.
The Gentleman Ghost. And you even see the dust above Bob's head appear, and the ghost does a thumbs up sign.
Maybe like an image of our friend there, what he might have looked like in real life.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm thinking like just like the noble attire, like just like kind of like the little vest with the pocket watch and the tails on the tuxedo and the top hat and monocle, but there's actually no person.
Okay.
Ooh,
like Mr. Invisible, like an invisible man wearing like noble attire.
Yeah, kind of like Mr. Peanut, but with more clothes.
Yeah, pretty much. Just take out the peanut.
More clothes, less peanut.
Yeah.
And Bob has ordered the sign.
It's another fun night.
The night passes without incident. Bob comes in, you all order the sign, and shortly, about 9 o'clock, Rainier shows back up. And
well, hello, my friend. Come on in.
And he tells you, I heard back from my contacts at the Harpers, and I wanted to to pass along what I found out. Of course, you already knew the guy was Erstolf Loxon, and that he was a suspected member of the Black Network. And a North Ward resident claims that he saw Erstal enter the Garland Villa shortly after the fireball. And, the resident reported him to the City Watch because the dude looked suspicious. So, they sent over a couple of constables to speak to the Lord, and he assured them that no one had broken into the estate and that everything was fine. Well, the constables had no grounds to get a search warrant, so that was the end of the matter. How you going to get a search warrant to, for a suspicious person on the property?
We're going to have to maybe sneak in there somehow.
Rainier goes, well, that might be your best option. And that's all the information that I was able to get from my contacts, and I just wanted to pass it along because we both want to know why this fireball went off in front of your place, and I do not want to be harassed anymore because of my father's doings.
Yes, and I'd also like to avenge the poor children that were killed in that fireball.
Yeah, I know it was horrible. You know, we lost 11 people that day.
And I think, well, maybe Brian might know something about the sewer systems leading onto that place since he's been working off his Tiamat adventure.
What? Bryce in the sewer with Tiamat? What? Did I miss something?
Yeah, he got himself on a work release schedule after riding the Tiamat Dragon during the opera about a week ago.
That was him?
Yeah, and unfortunately, Bry's a good fighter, but very abrasive. And when you call the judge corrupt and the guards inept and many things, yeah, you're not going to get up.
Oh, you know, unfortunately, I was not at the opera, but you know, I heard a couple of the nobles were so mad they wanted him executed.
I chuckled and said, "Well, with the way his hearing was going, I'm surprised it didn't go that."
Oh, I bet that was the sight. Maybe I'll be there for his next court appearance. So, all right. Well, next week we will truly get into the meat and potatoes of this adventure.
Cool. Oh man, I just realized I could have taken a catapult spell. Not a poo. I could have flung off a roof at that guy's house. It's got a 60-foot casting range and a 90-foot launch range.
It's like Revenge of the Nerds in here.
What was that?
It's like Revenge of the Nerds.
I said it probably would have broke through the wall.
Well, it does 3d8 damage.
I just see it like going through a window into while he's in the bath, and it just hits him in the face.
I can see it exploding in midair after it comes through the window, covering every patron in the bar.
Or it's not a window, it's just iron bars, so it's like, you know, it just like shrapnel.
Oh, Lord. I hope Rob's having fun in Florida because he's missing so much here.
Well, he's lucky they did that because I was getting ready to fill the entire bedroom up with horse poop.
Well, there's always next week.
Because he started the prank war with me.
That's true. He did. All right. Well, we will see you all next week, and we'll truly get the race for the dragons underway.
Cool. It's kind of fun playing a chaotic character.
Have a good one all.
Good night. See you guys next week.
You too. Hey, Damon.
Yeah?
In Saturday's game, I've got a chaotic evil barbarian.
Oh.
And he's like, man, here's the articles. It's how to play a chaotic evil character without being an asshole. Oh, okay. Well, you know, hell, I'm game, right? They capture this drug dealer. And so, you know, essentially this drug dealer is under their protection, and they go to one of the party members' employers for the night. So now everyone is under the protection of this lord. So what does the barbarian do? He takes 2 doses of the drug and drugs the guy.
Oh man. Yeah, and Rob's Wednesday came. I'm playing a chaotic neutral halfling barbarian. And then we have our cleric is a goblin. We're calling ourselves Team Shorty. Well, me and him is short stack. But no, the funny thing is, like, the way I set up, when my guy rages, it burns everything within 10 feet of him when the first time I rage. And I'm running between people's legs and smacking monsters and running back.
That is too funny.
This is the best thing about halflings. They're considered small, so they're allowed to run through any creatures larger than them's legs.
You've seen the little Facebook, the barbarian that's got the platform on his back for the halfling to stand on and shoot the crossbow.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, so Saturday's game when he did that, and you know, he didn't tell anybody. This was all private message to me. So the lawful neutral character goes out to, you know, retrieve the guy from the barn. They had one of his employer's guards on him, and it's like, well, you know, he's got this glazed look. He's got the drool coming out, and one of the other characters had taken the drug addict trait. And it's like, well, yeah, you know that look. Hell, you've done that look. And all this time trying to figure out, how did this guy get high when he's been tied up for 10 hours? Oh shit, I thought we had pissed the dude off. You did what? And after the game, it was an hour-plus discussion about alignments and how this lawful neutral character would react to this situation in real life. A lawful good character would have had less problems with it than lawful neutral. And a lot of lawful good characters in pursuit of their goals and so forth can end up becoming the very thing that they set out to destroy, which is chaotic evil.
Yeah.
Man, just roll with it. It was a joke. Everyone had fun.
Well, it was like when I first joined you guys, and you had that one character guy, the fighter with all the spikes on him. I guess he was evil, and he kept on trying to bait me to start a confrontation when I was playing with Adnan.
Oh, God. What was that dude's name?
I don't know. I remember. Oh, you walk by his room and you hear some weird chanting.